Scaling product knowledge to accelerate innovation. I'm Trauth Taylor, CEO of Narratize. Today I want to talk about one of the most persistent challenges facing product development teams, scaling product knowledge. As teams grow from 5 to 50 to 500 people, how do you keep everyone on the same page? How do you ensure that critical insights aren't lost between handoffs? The stats are sobering. Research shows product development teams spend 20 to 30% of their time on documentation rather than innovation. And 46% of product dev delays stem directly from inaccessible knowledge. But there's good news. The organizations that solve this knowledge scaling challenge gain tremendous competitive advantage. Research from McKinsey shows companies with strong knowledge management capabilities are 5 times more likely to be high performing and significantly faster to market. Today, we're going to talk about what product knowledge actually is, the types of product knowledge that are critical to innovation, why it becomes so fragmented as organizations grow, and practical strategies for scaling knowledge effectively. Finally, we're going to shift to tech. How can tech support these strategies? Let's dive in. Defining product knowledge. Before we tackle the scaling challenge, let's clarify what we mean by product knowledge. Product knowledge encompasses everything about a product that explains its value and its purpose. It's the collective intelligence that drives innovation decisions, customer engagement, and market positioning. Think of your elevator pitch for a new product concept. You probably begin by painting a picture of a common problem for your ideal customer, and then you explain how the product solves the problem. That pitch draws on product knowledge. It reflects your understanding of the customer's pain points and how your solution addresses them. But product knowledge goes far deeper than the elevator pitch. It encompasses customer insights, user research, tech specs, and design rationales, market positioning and competitive intelligence, regulatory and compliance requirements, manufacturing and production requirements, historical decisions, and lessons learned along the way. Good product knowledge enables teams to make informed decisions. It helps them engage customers effectively and carve out a distinctive position in the marketplace. Why is product knowledge so important? Well, there are several key reasons. First, product knowledge is crucial during development. It keeps cross-functional teams tightly connected and on the same page throughout the entire life cycle. If engineering uncovers technical limitations during development, then product leaders need to assess that information immediately in order to determine changes to the market requirements. To build the best products, you simply must have every expert and stakeholder share critical knowledge at the right time throughout the product lifecycle. From identifying the right customer pain point, to recommending the best technical solution, to testing with the most appropriate measures and adhering to the right regulatory frameworks. Each of these things is product knowledge. Tech options, regulations, market insights, customer stories, supplier data, financial projections, and even category recommendations. This knowledge lives across multiple stakeholders and functions. And in today's cross-functional structures, development teams must stay in tight alignment between all these pieces of product knowledge. Every piece of knowledge informs the concept, requirements, development plans, and the potential for a successful launch. So what happens after launch? Well, at that point, product knowledge is crucial to the health of the go-to-market engine. Correct understanding of the product helps sales teams build brand authority. Teams who thoroughly understand their products can speak with clarity and conviction, which directly impacts conversions and sales. Knowledge of product claims and tech differentiators and competitive positioning drive go-to-market teams to have a strategic advantage in the marketplace. Customer experience teams with strong product knowledge similarly are able to provide a positive support experience and grow customers' utilization and value from your new product. Comprehensive product knowledge helps everyone continue to iterate and refine the product and its positioning post-launch. It guides the implementation of new features and tweaks as your product evolves to meet changing market demands. Practically too, as regulations or market needs change, product knowledge impacts your product lines. It's crucial that you stay on top of it. Let's talk about the types of product knowledge. Not all product knowledge is the same. Understanding different types helps you ensure that you're capturing the full spectrum and making the most of your cross-functional collaboration. Let's walk through the key categories. Number 1, customer knowledge. This is the most important. It relates to the wants, needs, and behaviors of your customers. It's informed by user personas, customer interviews, usability testing, market research, customer conversations, and those interactions. This is the knowledge that drives teams to understand who they're building for and why. Number 2, technical knowledge. This encompasses the how it works details, architecture, specs, dependencies, limitations. This knowledge is crucial for engineering teams, but it also informs marketing, sales, and support. Number 3, historical knowledge. This includes the evolution of your product, past decisions, both successful and unsuccessful, and lessons learned. Institutional memory prevents teams from repeating past mistakes, and that's why this type of knowledge is crucial. Procedural knowledge. This covers workflows, best practices, processes related to your product's development, maintenance, and support. This knowledge helps teams work efficiently and consistently, and the ops people listening to me are like +1ing this one right now. Number 5, brand knowledge. This encompasses your positioning, vision, messaging, and strategy. It guides how you communicate about your product and the impression you want to leave with customers. Brand knowledge ensures consistency across all messaging touchpoints. Number 6, industry knowledge. You have to be able to understand the trends, regulations, and market dynamics. It's crucial for all teams. This knowledge helps you position your product effectively and anticipate the shifts that might impact your strategy. Similarly, number 7, competitive knowledge. Understanding your competitors' offerings, their strengths, and their weaknesses is essential for effective positioning. This knowledge helps you identify gaps and opportunities to differentiate and create a unique value proposition. Number 8, customer experience knowledge. This includes insights about the customer journey, the common friction points, and support interactions. This knowledge helps teams improve the overall product experience and provide better customer support and growth. Different teams naturally prioritize different types of knowledge. Product teams focus heavily on customer, technical, and competitive knowledge, and they also own procedural knowledge, saying really the best way to run a development lifecycle. Marketing emphasizes brand, industry, and competitive knowledge. Customer experience and support teams, of course, prioritize customer outcomes, testimonials, and suggestions for further innovation to please the customer. Over the last 5 years, I've sat down with over 100 chief innovation officers and asked them about their best practices for capturing and storing product knowledge to make innovation cycles go faster. One of my favorite interviews was with Don Fry, the former chief innovation officer of The Honest Company. And here's what he said to me. He said, I think one of the things that I'm just a super firm believer in is how do you take technical stories and make them accessible? Because when you do that, what I find is it makes the people at the other end feel smarter. And when they feel smarter about a product, they're more comfortable using it and recommending it. The challenge is always ensuring all these knowledge types are accessible to everyone who needs them, that they're empowered to tell the technical story, and that is especially crucial as your organization grows. The scaling problem, growing pains. When a product team's small, knowledge sharing happens naturally. Everybody sits in the same room, key decisions are made together. An engineering lead can keep most critical information right in their head. But as your company grows, this informal knowledge sharing starts to break down. New hires start to struggle to find information. Different departments create conflicting versions of documents. Product knowledge becomes fragmented across tools and team members and doc files. Tribal knowledge starts getting locked in the minds of veteran employees. This challenge is universal. The Innovation Research Interchange, or IRI, found that 83% of digitally maturing companies leverage cross-functional teams to drive innovation. But those teams face a fundamental challenge. They hold unique knowledge and they use different tools. The hidden costs. The costs of fragmented knowledge go beyond mere inefficiencies. First, there's the direct time cost. APQC reports the average knowledge worker spends 8.2 hours per week, that's 20% of their time, searching for information or recreating knowledge that already exists somewhere in the company. That's essentially one full day lost per person per week. Second, there's miscommunication across functions. Every time product development hands off to engineering or engineering hands off to marketing, information can get lost or distorted. It leads to misalignment, errors, and delays. The third cost is perhaps most serious though. Innovation can suffer. When teams can't build on past learnings, when they repeat mistakes, they miss opportunities. A 2023 study confirmed that knowledge management capabilities have a significant positive impact on innovation performance. Teams that effectively capture and share knowledge can use resources efficiently to be more innovative. Fourth, there's a compliance risk. In regulated industries, using outdated specifications or incorrect documentation can lead to costly errors and legal exposure. But let's talk about knowledge loss when people leave. This problem compounds when key team members depart. Imagine a senior engineer retiring after 30 years. Despite exit interviews and documentation efforts, most organizations lose about 80% of specialized knowledge, decades of problem solving and technical insights that existed primarily in that person's head. This is a problem acutely felt in manufacturing and industrial settings, where there's often a stark divide between early career professionals' style of work and their need to access veterans' insights. Historically, when a seasoned expert retires, it's like a library burns. Their knowledge of operating machinery, the instincts that they've developed through decades of experience, and the institutional memory of past efforts, it's all lost. Scaling strategies. So, how can organizations effectively scale their product knowledge? Let me share some proven strategies. First, establish product knowledge hubs. The foundation of scalable knowledge is central accessible repositories. This isn't just a document storage system. It's a living knowledge base that connects related information and makes it discoverable. A product knowledge hub centralizes product documentation, specifications, market research, customer insights, design decisions, rationales, testing results and learnings, compliance documentation. Everything is interconnected. When market research informs a design decision, that connection is preserved. When a specification changes, all development docs are flagged for review. Number 2, define clear documentation standards. As teams grow, standardization becomes crucial. This means you need to establish consistent templates for different document types, clear ownership and approval for workflows, version control protocols, naming conventions, and in the age of AI, of course, metadata standards. Number 3, make knowledge capture part of the process. Knowledge management can't be an afterthought. It's not just about storing things. It has to be woven into the actual development process at the moment of capture. So successful organizations, they build knowledge capture into their gated review process. They schedule regular knowledge sharing sessions. They create incentives for documentation and knowledge sharing. They allocate time specifically for knowledge capture, and they use agentic tech to capture knowledge inside of existing workflows to reduce human burden of documenting everything all the time. Number 4, leverage technology intelligently. With all this in mind, the right tech can dramatically enhance your knowledge scaling capabilities. A great knowledge management platform should today have natural language search across all content, automatic linking between related documents, version control and change tracking, collaboration features that capture discussions and decisions, and AI-powered assistance for knowledge capture and retrieval. But tech alone isn't the answer. Without the right processes and culture, even the most sophisticated knowledge systems can become just another place where information goes to die. And that's why part 5 is fostering a knowledge sharing culture. Perhaps the most important way to effectively scale product knowledge is to create a culture where knowledge sharing is valued and rewarded. This means Leaders model knowledge-sharing behaviors. They recognize and reward documentation KPIs. They celebrate learnings from failures, not just successes, and they make time for knowledge transfer and capture. Let me illustrate these principles with some stories from Narratize customers. These innovators demonstrate how effective knowledge scaling works in practice. Number 1, the new product launch. Imagine a mid-sized manufacturing company preparing to launch a new product line. Their previous launches were plagued by miscommunication between R&D, engineering, marketing, and sales. Customer insights from marketing never fully reached engineering, while technical specifications from R&D were misinterpreted by marketing. For this new launch, they implement a product knowledge hub. They create a centralized repository where all product information lives, from initial market research to tech specs to marketing messaging. Every document is tagged and linked to related information. Next, they establish clear workflows. When marketing conducts customer interviews, the insights are immediately added to their product knowledge hub, and they're automatically tagged for R&D to review. When engineering updates a specification, marketing receives an alert that their materials may need revision. They build knowledge capture into their gated reviews. So before advancing to the next stage of development, teams must document key decisions, insights, and lessons learned. The AI can be listening and seamlessly capturing this knowledge, adding it to the hub. This team was able to decrease their development cycles by 40%, and their product met customer expectations more precisely because everyone worked from the same information. When the new team member joined mid-project, they could quickly get them caught up to speed. They could use natural language search to inquire about decisions that were made and the driving product vision for this new product. I want to share another scenario. This is one I like to call the retiring expert. Consider a specialty chemical company with a brilliant senior formulation scientist. He's retiring after 35 years. In the past, when experts left, critical knowledge walked right out the door with them. But this time, they take a proactive approach to knowledge transfer. First, they pair the retiring scientist with junior team members for 6 months before retirement. During this time, they document not just formulations, but the reasoning behind them, why certain ingredients work together, how to troubleshoot common issues, and the history behind key innovations. Second, they record video sessions where the expert demonstrates techniques that are difficult to capture in writing, like recognizing visual cues during mixing or troubleshooting equipment. Third, they create an organized knowledge base with this information, making it searchable and connecting it to relevant products and processes. So when the scientist retires, the team can still access their expertise. New scientists can query this knowledge base with questions like, why do we use this catalyst instead of the standard one in this context? And find out not just the answer, but the context and the reasoning behind it. Finally, I'm going to share a third story. This one's I like to call the global scale-up. A software company expanding from a single team to multiple locations across 3 continents originally had all of their product knowledge stored in their founding team members' heads. Now they have to scale that to global product development teams. Here's what they did. They created a single source of truth, a centralized hub where all product knowledge lives using Narratize, accessible 24/7 from anywhere in the world. Then they implemented standardized templates and workflows used by all the teams globally so that there's consistency despite geographic distribution. They host regular knowledge sharing sessions where teams share their work and their insights, and they use AI to automatically translate all of those insights and have them stored effectively in their knowledge hub. The result is a global team that functions as cohesively as the original small group. When the European team makes a breakthrough, the Asian and American teams immediately benefit from their insights. New features are developed collaboratively across regions, with everyone working from the same foundation of product knowledge. All of these stories reflect a common theme. Effective knowledge sharing requires a combination of people, processes, and technologies. When all 3 elements work together, organizations can maintain the agility and alignment of a small team, even if they grow to enterprise scale. The role of AI in scaling product knowledge. Let's talk briefly about how AI is transforming knowledge scaling. This isn't about replacing human expertise. It's about amplifying it and making it more accessible. A great AI-augmented knowledge solution for new product development should have a few key things. Number one, it should help capture knowledge by prompting for missing information. It should connect related documents and insights automatically. It should generate consistent documentation across product teams. It should make knowledge discoverable through natural language queries. And it should flag potential inconsistencies or outdated information. Let me illustrate with an example. Imagine an engineer documenting a design decision. Traditional documentation might require manual filing of a template and linking to related documents. With AI assistance, the engineer can simply explain their decision conversationally, and the AI will get to work. It will structure the information appropriately, identify connections to related market research, tech requirements, or past decisions. It'll flag any potential inconsistencies with other documentation and make that knowledge instantly searchable and accessible to other teams. This dramatically reduces the friction of knowledge capture, making it more likely that busy teams will actually document their insights and their decisions for perpetuity. The key is that AI serves as an assistant in the knowledge scaling process. It handles routine tasks and connections, and it frees up the humans to focus on smarter and faster innovation ideas. Let's talk about measuring success. How do you know if your knowledge scaling efforts are working? Here are some key metrics to track. Reduced time spent searching for information, improved documentation compliance rates, reduced onboarding for new team members, increased alignment scores among cross-functional innovation teams, improved knowledge retention even after key team members leave, and probably the most important, accelerated product development and launch cycle times. A typical baseline for many organizations shows that engineers are spending 25 to 30% of their day on information lookup. But a successful knowledge scaling initiative can improve that by 10 to 15%, giving engineers a day a week back for actual innovation. Getting started. If you're looking to improve how you scale product knowledge in your company, here are some practical steps to get started. First, assess your current state. Where does knowledge exist today? What are the biggest pain points in accessing it? You can conduct a voice of process to map your team's actual experiences with documenting and sharing their knowledge during the product development process. And that'll give you a really good understanding of where there may be scattered or missing information. Number two, focus on the moments that matter. Identify critical knowledge transfer points in your process where information is most likely to get lost or miscommunicated. Address these first. And a helpful hint is we always look for handoffs between R&D, product, ESP, regulatory. These are moments where it's just natural for more information to kind of fall through the cracks. Number three, start small. Choose one product line or project as a pilot for improved knowledge management. Create a minimum viable process that addresses these big pain points. Number four, choose the right tools. Choose technology that fits your team's development workflows and delivers cutting-edge outcomes for faster cycles through stronger knowledge management. Narratize is the market leader here, helping R&D and product dev teams accelerate cycle times by 4x while securely capturing knowledge in the Narratize product knowledge hubs. This helps guide teams through their agile or gated development cycles. Choosing the right solutions and partners is crucial, and with the pace of AI innovation, if you aren't already testing and validating solutions with the mindset to scale them, well, then you're already behind. Number five, measure and adapt. Track improvements in time savings, alignment, and knowledge accessibility, and then refine your approach. So let's wrap it up. The organizations that lead their industries aren't just those with the most brilliant ideas. They're the ones who can effectively capture, share, and build upon their collective knowledge to get those ideas to market faster and smarter. When product knowledge scales effectively, magic happens. Teams stop reinventing wheels and they start building rockets. The frustration of hunting for information transforms into some excitement about building on their insights. The fear of knowledge walking out the door with retiring experts becomes confidence in your institutional memory and the ways you preserve it. This isn't just about efficiency, though saving a team a day a week is pretty exciting. It's about unleashing your organization's full innovative potential. It's about creating an environment where every insight, every lesson, every breakthrough becomes a foundation for future innovations. I've seen firsthand how transformative this can be. When teams have the right knowledge at their fingertips, they make better decisions faster. They align more naturally across diverse functions, and they build on each other's breakthroughs instead of duplicating their efforts. The companies that master knowledge scaling will gain more than a competitive advantage. They'll create an innovation engine that grows with them. So, I challenge you, look at your own organization. Are brilliant insights getting lost at handoffs? Are new team members struggling to get up to speed? Is valuable knowledge walking out the door when experts retire? And if so, now is the time to rethink how you scale your product knowledge. Start small, validate, and scale towards measuring crucial KPIs like speed to market and new product vitality index growth. But most importantly, just get started. In today's rapid innovation environment, your team's collective knowledge is your most powerful asset. It's time you treat it that way. I'm Trauth Taylor, and I believe that when we solve the knowledge scaling challenge, we unlock human innovation potential like never before. Thank you for your time today, and I'll see you in the next one.